Now, if you're into jazz music, you will definitely know Brisbane, the much-loved jazz club on the riverbank at Kangaroo Point. Well, Doug has caught up with some ageing musos who haunted that club for decades, and they're planning a big reunion.
Lively sound from such an ageing shed, home to a band of musicians up in years, in their 70s. The Pacific Jazzmen are still holding out. The former boathouse boasts spectacular views across the river to the cityscape, attracting envy from interstate performers.
I remember Bob Bernard came in one night and looked at me and said, "Oh boy, if only we had this in Sydney."
We didn't appreciate that, but they did when they'd come up in the city and tell us how good it was.
Percy Cramb knows all about substandard venues, plying his skills as a young man in smoke-filled nightclubs, playing the wrong music, often in freezing conditions.
Put our warm flannel pyjamas on underneath that tuxedo. No one knew, of course. In fact, I don't know how you found out.
When Percy found out about the formation of a dedicated jazz band, he jumped at the opportunity.
Playing music that you like to play, that's what it was all about.
When the building became headquarters for a sporting and social organisation called the Adventurers Club, there was need of a swinging band willing to work cheap.
We paid nothing. I had a couple of free beers occasionally.
The adventurers would become more adventurous with funds.
We're doing pretty well, guys. Here's $2 each. Now, $2 in those days was quite a bit of money.
A small amount of money from a club trust purchased workers' cottages across the road to rent to music-loving tenants.
On the condition that they wouldn't complain about the noise. And it's a pretty nominal sort of rent, really.
As the industrial area turned into swanky apartments, the newly named Brisbane Jazz Club needed serious noise reduction. They tried covering the wall with egg cartons.
They were put there to control the sound. Obviously, once again, to not to sort of get the overtones and what have you flying out into the street and across into the houses across the road.
We put them up there and then painted all the protruding bits in different colours, and it made it look, you know, rather nice actually, and it suited the 60s, 70s psychedelic look.
After a long break, the Golden Oldies, including absent interstate members, are reuniting for a much-anticipated get-together. Not billed as the last reunion, the boys aren't rushing to retirement.
I don't know, until I fall off the perch, I suppose.
Catch them on Friday, August the 21st. Bookings are advisable.
That would be a great gig to see. Still ahead.